Good day, everyone. Before we start, we have a risk disclosure here. And it is very important. Today we are going with a real life money, and that video is for education purposes only. What we are looking here is on the left corner we have an ES, NASDAQ. On the left side they are on a sim. And on the right side, we have the ES and NASDAQ on a real life account. And you look on the top where NinjaTrader Controller. This is a real account at NinjaTrader Broker. And we want to figure out the entry and the exit between the sim and a live account. Another announcement, we have a major upgrade on the A scalper, and I apologize to my members. I did not say anything, and because we were scared for a delay sometimes, and we wanted to test it very well before we let the cat out of the box. This is an upgrade ready to release this new update on Sunday, and we have done a lot of improvement on the A scalper. One of the things here, let's look now between the entry and the exit. We have a losing trade here. That's okay. What we have done, you can see the numbers, the entry and the exit between the sim on the NASDAQ and the ES entry. And you can see there is always sometimes one tick in between. What new about this upgrade, there is a lot of, we have done a lot. First of all, we no longer, you have on that auto trade, a trailing stop, target, break even. We took that away. And what we have done also, we gave you an option right now to go between a scalper and to go with all the trend. So the beginning that when we first few years ago, we have a lot of auto trades. We find out the traders, nothing wrong with that, but we find out traders has no clue how to optimize. And then even if you teach them how to optimize, they have no idea how the market is working, and then they don't understand when you are optimizing that what on any platform, what you see in the results are totally different when you put it in a live trading. And that is not one platform, this is every platform, but they don't understand that. And this is a new entry right now, and then we came out with the optimization took us over 2 years, 2.5 to figure it out, how to take the optimization from the customer. Excuse me. So now when you start your your NinjaTrader in the morning, there is a communication to our server. If there is any update, the system will update itself. Not unless if there is a major update like now, then you have to have the physical file to update. We will release it on Sunday. We will release it on Sunday the 2nd, and then what we will do, we will also give you video how to install the new version. And then on Tuesday, we have a webinar, and it is very, very important that you come into this webinar. And for the ones on the holidays, that we will have it a recorded webinar. Now let's look what's going on in that trade. And this is the newer version. And stand scalping the market that you can see is taking a bigger trend, and this is without any trailing stop anymore. The system figure out itself, and you can see the entry between the ES. On the left corner is the sim, and on the right corner is the real life account. And you can look on the top and you can see the difference between those two. And look at this accuracy now. It's trying to pull back the ES. At the same time, if we are looking at the NASDAQ, this is a very nice trade on the NASDAQ, and we are missing probably around a couple ticks on the NASDAQ. And now this is an option, folks, for our traders that there is nothing left on that auto trade except you turn the news filter on when there is a news. This one here we had today, Wednesday, we have the CL inventory. So I waited after the inventory to do this video. And earlier today, also before the CL inventory at 10:30, actually I did another video, but it was laughable, and I will share it with you once we are done with this trade. But I did not know if I needed to laugh or cry. Okay, there we go, bingo. So on the NASDAQ, one trade, if you notice, now you have the option that you can scalp the NASDAQ, or you can take it where exactly to the trend and an exit. So because of lack, sometimes traders, they don't understand the difference. Okay, and we have the ES closed. They don't understand the difference between market price, limited price. Nothing wrong with that. But also the trailing stop, they don't know how to tweak the trailing stop, or for a different time frame, you have to have a different trailing stop, and the NASDAQ, because on a $5 take is different than the ES. So let's look at the difference here between a live trade on the ES and the NASDAQ. Actually, this is not bad at all, and you can see this was a very nice trade because we had a losing trade at the beginning. I hear it when you start your auto trade and the first trade is south. And then on the second one, we have 3 ticks in different on 2 trades. So we have one losing trade and one winning trade, and you can see that on the 2 trades we had 3 ticks different, and this is not bad at all. And 220 and 205, and then the ES. So this is what we are going to cover on Tuesday. And please don't push me on Monday. We are not supporting the new version on Monday because we don't want to repeat ourselves to 100 different customers on Monday, the same questions. So we will not give support. But what we will do, we'll release that on Sunday with instruction how to install it. And then on Monday you test it. And then on Tuesday, all the questions will be answered in the room, staying going around and everybody calling and asking the same question. This is a very laughable one. This is before the news, the CL at 10:30. I thought I can make a quick video and do the announcement that we have. This new upgrade is very consistent. And this is really funny here. And you know, when you have 100 people talking to you and everybody is calling and talking, and then all of a sudden I looked around and I was talking to somebody and I was looking around and I saw the live On the right corner, the live trade took a trade, but the sim is nobody home. And being occupied, everybody talking. And then I said, what the hell is going on? I mean, why the the life market is taking a trade and the sim is not taking a trade? And by that time I recognize what's going on, I find out that I have the life account, if you look at 230, and I have the sim account on 150 ticks. And the laughable story is on the NASDAQ, and you will see what happened. So anyway, by that time, I realized that I have a two different time frame, that it was too late to correct it. So I left it as is, and now you can see the 150 ticks. And when this 150 ticks took a trade, I was still on the phone trying to get rid of that person so I can see what's going on. And there we go. We have a lift off here. But anyway, let's also show you here one more trade on the newer version on the A scalper. And here is the sad story on the NASDAQ. When I was occupying on the ES and I saw the NASDAQ taking a trade, and I said, why the live trade is not taking a trade? Because it turned out it was 230. And then here I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. By the time I put it on 150, and then I forced to close that position. You can click on the button here, and then I closed it. You can close the position in here, so can both of them take in the same trade in the same time. And it was a very nice winning trade, and it should have made $150 at least on that trade. But when I forced to close that trade now, it's going to take a very late trade, which probably is going to go down, and it does exactly what happened. So let's look on the ES to see that now I have it not on a scalping, it's to trade catching the trend and stay on that trend until that trend is over. And that we calculated because a lot of traders, they don't know how to manage an auto trade and how to use the trailing stops, optimization, market price, limited order. And they always had to blame somebody else. And that's okay. So we took the trailing stop and the stop loss, and we took the optimization, and now that auto trade, the only thing you have left to do is to turn on the news for the auto trade not to take any more trades. That's it. And let's look at the update is totally free. We had last year over 22 updates, the year before on other systems over 35 updates, and our updates no one paid. And if you notice here on the NASDAQ, we took that trade, and it was my fault, because can you imagine, if I had it right on the NASDAQ, we should have been from the first trade and stay on that trade. And instead, now it is a very late trade. But anyway, it did make some money on the ES. And if we notice on the entry on the ES, there is around a couple ticks different in that trade. And this is really nice because we figure out also that Stan taking 3 trades on the scalper to climb all the way up there maybe and getting filled, not getting filled, So you can still scalp the auto trade, but also you can trade with the trend, and it does automatic everything for you. And another problem was when we try to say not to turn on the auto trade at 9:30 because it was a scalping. A lot of people brush us off and they kept turn it on at 9:30, where you should wait till like 10 o'clock when the water is calm to scalp, because there is rules with the scalping. You cannot trade or scalp when the market moving fast, or there is a major news now coming in 20 minutes at 10:30 with the CL. And there we go. We are done with the ES, and this is what we see is one tick. This is not bad, one tick. But the sad story is the NASDAQ. We should have been all the way down from the first entry on the NASDAQ, but sadly we did not, because I had the wrong time frame on it, but that would have made my day on that two trades. So now if you're asking me which one is better, to scalp or to take the A scalper to the trend, the advantage right now, that kind of trade, now you have an option between scalping or trading. And that way, now you can comfortably turn on your auto trade at 9:30 or 9 o'clock, even if the market is fixing. I personally like it to wait 10 minutes. So, because when the market opens, it's going left and right, and to find a direction. But also, we considered in that update that guys, they're gonna brush us off when we say not to do this and not to do that. No, nobody home, nobody listen. But if we notice here, those are the entry between a live trade and between a sim trade, and you can see the difference. It will be always 1 or 2 ticks different between a live and a sim. And now, if you notice, the ES took another trade because it's on 150 takes, but my live chart, trading chart, is on 230. And look, with my luck, so if you think about it, I lost, because I made a mistake. I lost one good trade on the NASDAQ, and I didn't put 150 on the ES. We could have took another trade. And this one was a beautiful trade, actually made another $160 on the way down as well. And I messed up 2 trades, and because I have the wrong charts in there. So that's life. Another thing's what we have done with the testing. I'm gonna show you after, when the news on the CL came out. So we want to see the measurement on the market analyzer, because we are doing a lot of tests on this scalper. And we can see here is the 230 ticks and 230 ticks. And then you have 150 ticks. This is 230 ticks limited order and a market order. On the left corner, it is on the 150 take, 230, apologize, is a market order. The total is 22, and on the limited order is the market order is 22. So the total amount is the same. And don't forget, because we just had the news on the CL, and the market was going very fast. So that's why we wanted to test it when the market is speedy a little bit, to see if there is a huge difference. For some reason, when we did the upgrade, it seems like the 30-year Treasury bond is just took off on a total different planet with a market order. And the numbers are extremely good on a live market, and is close in position with the trend, and it seems like it comes in a gloves hand in hand with that. And you know what? Doesn't matter which horse can bring money, as long as this horse can bring money. So in this business, you cannot say I will trade ES only or NASDAQ only, not unless if you have some financial problem or your account is limited. But whatever can bring money can bring money. I don't buy it that I only trade the ES or I only trade the NASDAQ or the Dow Jones. Or I had a guy yesterday, I don't know, he was telling me some kind of market. I'm not interested in it. Anyway, then 150 ticks limited and 150 ticks market. The total 21, 25, 23, 87. And look, this is 11:05. Right, this is right after the news on the CL. So the market was a bit speedy, and I'm showing when the market was going fast, what is the difference in numbers between the limited price and the market order. And after 11 o'clock, after this news break out, the CL and it's finished and the water come down a little bit, we have been testing it, and there is not much different between those two. When the market is going normal, there is maybe around 2-3 ticks different. But because the news, that's why now you can see a lot of different. But in the same time, here is your 4 range. Also, we are testing the 4 range and the 3 range. And this is the 4 range. If we notice on the ES, the difference between on the 4 range between a limited market right now as we speak, they're both on a long trade with 2 contracts. And one of them, it says 450, and the other one, okay, there is 1 tick. You can see it because the market is going fast. But then if we notice the total profit loss, it was 725, and this one here is around 800 on the limited. So this is not bad between a limited a price and a market order. Now, if you're asking me, some of you is going to ask me on Tuesday, what should I do? I personally, I don't mind to miss a trade. I don't mind to miss $500 trade, because some of the traders, or us maybe, we are busy with the support line on the phones. And if the market spike, that I personally like limited order and avoid market order. The reason is, if any news come out or breaking news, your slippage, like when Britain got out of the EEC, and here is the funny part, we had some traders that want to scalp the market when the market was flying. And when the auto trade was taking a trade, the slippage was up to 10-12 ticks, because you couldn't even place an order on the dome manually when the Brits got out of the EEC. And the dome was a flipping page after page, and you couldn't even place an order. And there we go. We had some traders that just want to scalp the market, so they couldn't see it, and that is a problem. So for the guy who want to play it safe, it's not the amount of money. I personally like limited. And I like limited, and then I can avoid the slippage. And if I miss a trade, so what? You know, there could be that trade is a losing trade, or it could be a winning trade. How would I know? But don't cry on something that is already done in this business. You have to accept it the way it is. And but what I'm trying to show, that you can do the market order, or you can do the limited order. I strongly advise if you are conservative, I will take a limited order. And yes, we're gonna miss some, but I cannot maybe make 800. I will be happy with 400, and if I lose 800 then I prefer to lose. If I lose 800, I prefer to lose 400, and if I make 400 on a limited order, I'll be happy then to have 800 up in the air. Today, this is the NT8, the automated swing trading. On the automated swing trading on NT8 right now, we have 270 ticks in total. And you can do it on a full automated, and you can use an ATM strategy. And then for the guys that want a manual trade, you can trade, and you can stand making a decision, because lately, if you are making a decision out of a bunch of indicators, most likely you're going to fail. And that's why we did that system based on a price action, and that can limit your mistakes, and follow the signals manually, or you can follow the signal on an ATM, or you can follow the signal on full automated. They all have the same entry. If we are looking at the EMD made earlier, over 100 tick, we can see what time at 10:05 and went in at 17:50, and the target was 64.4. And if you look at the EMD, hit to the target, to the tick. And then we have those yellow line here where we have covered. If you look at the previous videos, those are the dead zone. That means once you see those line is no longer taking a long trade, it's finished, it's done, and is over. So this is where the area you need to start swing the market, and it is about to reverse. And I don't believe in overbought, oversold, but you can see how that market touched the target, and we are in this yellow area, and exactly went down. Let's look at something else here on the NASDAQ. And it is the same story on the NASDAQ with the EMD and the ES. It's all the same story. And on the NASDAQ, it's not unusual on the swing trading to nail 100 tick. I'm not saying you're going to be making 100 tick every day. Do not understand that. But it's not unusual to get 100 tick on a NASDAQ. For some reason, on the swing trading, the NASDAQ has outperformed the auto trade, the scalper, by far. And for some reason, it has a good performance. And now is almost 11:52. A total over 350 ticks in total. The market analyzer is based on one entry, one contract. Again, the market analyzer is telling you the entry, the exit, and the target, and is based on one contract, 1 minute. That's what it's designed to do. And I'm so glad the A scalper, look at this, it's beautiful. It's beautiful on all of it. This is really, really, that can filter a lot of trades. And look what time we had that entry. So the total here over 300 ticks right now is not the total of the day, is the total of last signal. And this one was at 10:23. So this is the total of last signal, and this is all those new signal came in between 10 and 10:23, as you see here. Folks, I'm so glad, and I'm looking forward to give you support on Tuesday for the new update. On Sunday, it will be released, the A scalper, and and I hope you will enjoy it. That a scalper right now, there is no optimization, no trail and stop loss. I mean, the only thing left for you is turn it on and off, and of course, guys, the rest is up to the market. The rest is up to market, folks. God bless you all. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all on Tuesday. See you.